Okay, hey everyone. Today we are with Sam Winfield of the Connecticut rock band Modern Refuge. Sam, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, you're a musician and a poet. Can you tell us what came first?
So I've been writing poetry from when I was younger. Um, it's always been something that has brought me inspiration. And when I joined Modern Refuge, when we started up Modern Refuge, I incorporated that poetry into my lyrics. I did have to learn a lot about song structure. And then my brother and guitarist of Modern Refuge taught me a lot about that. And we have a nice synergy working to incorporate my poetry style into the lyrics.
So, how did you and your brother decide to make the band?
So when it was 2020 and everything was closed down, obviously, and we started jamming in the kitchen, working on just some covers and brought back some old songs that he wrote when he was younger, and we're jamming on those and just caught the bug, and we wanted to. That's where Modern Refuge basically started.
It started in the kitchen. So, this was your house, your kitchen, or?
Yes, my kitchen.
Oh my God. And so he was in your COVID bubble, and you're just like,
Yes,
let's do
oh, of
this.
course.
That's awesome. Who are you covering first before we get into like all the influences and who people compare you to and all of that?
Well, we were doing Bill Withers, Alanis Morissette. We were covering Manchester Orchestra, Led Zeppelin, Stevie Nicks, all of those rock
Are
stars.
you guys in the New Haven area or?
We are. Yeah, we lived in East Haven, grew up in East Haven. I moved to Vermont for a while for school and then moved back to East Haven. And I'm happy about it because we were able to start Modern Refuge. So
No, that's so awesome. So you did poetry, you started singing. You had never been in a band before.
right, exactly.
That's crazy. What did you study in college?
Environmental science.
Well, that definitely can help everything, no matter what you do. So I want to talk about the band because obviously you guys get compared to like Fleetwood Mac. And like I listen to songs like Rope and I see that, and I also see like Daisy Jones and the Six, right? You kind of have that Riley Keough look about you.
Thank you so much.
I hear jazz, I hear funk, like there's a huge like sort of jam element in it, but there's also like you said, like a modern aesthetic too.
Yes, absolutely. I love, of course, you picked up on all of that. That that means a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we just really we're all from different backgrounds when it comes to music, so we incorporate all those elements into our band, and it really shines through in our original music. Yeah, and so I mean, I'm definitely influenced by a lot of the '70s rock. Vin and Brian are, and I would say me as well. We incorporate a lot of the emo hardcore scene too. There's like little pieces in our songs.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because we were definitely involved in that scene when we were younger. So that comes through in some of the guitar riffs you can hear. But yeah, there's funk. We have Jim McLaughlin on the bass, and he gets these like funky rhythms. Sometimes Red Hot Chili Peppers coming in there, and yeah, you can see a lot of the different influences shining through. And now we have Matt Pacheco on keys too, and he adds a whole new element. He has a lot of jazz in there and just really funky key sections that we're writing new songs to. And he's like, in our live performances and on our new songs, you could hear those influences shining through now.
No, that's awesome. Did you play an instrument growing up or?
Nope, always just I was always a singer. I did try keys for a little bit, and I was great at playing by ear. I wish I continued with it, and I definitely intend to pick it back up soon.
No, I'm just asking because, like, real quick, like, it can be for me, like, the reason I started playing guitar is because I did poetry as well. And I was like, I can't, I need to put this to words. And I'm such a control freak. I couldn't, like, outsource that. I'm like, I'm not going to let someone else write the riffs. So when you're writing a song, like, it sounds like your brother and you know each other well. So you're super comfortable.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
very, we get along so great. We're best friends, and although we're very different when it comes to writing styles, you could hear on his songs he's more of a storyteller. I am definitely have more of those experiential lyrics. They're very atmospheric and poetry based. And but when we work together, it's sometimes I'll come up with a melody. I'll be, wherever I am, I'll do a voice memo. I'll send it to him. He'll like transpose it on guitar, and then vice versa. So he'll send me these little guitar licks, and it will inspire me, and I'll come up with, usually, honestly, the words come to me very quickly, and Ben likes that because it takes him a longer time to develop the storyline for his songs. But yeah, I just kind of dip into the feeling, and they come to me, they flow out of me. So it's a really nice.
Have you ever had a disagreement? You're like, no, I don't think we should approach it that way, or or is it just kind of passes and you just sort of let it?
We honestly haven't, luckily. Like if there has been, nothing that comes to mind, but if there has been, it's really just an honest, because we're siblings, it's so easy, like, nah, that doesn't really work for this part. I mean, I guess, they're on Wave Empire, the way, the chorus went, the pre-chorus, actually, sorry, it wasn't Wave Empire, which one was it? A Coconino, like, it's one of those songs. It was Wave Empire Coconino. It was the rhythm that he didn't agree with, like the way I was saying the words, but we kind of came to a middle ground on that, and it's just really easy to work together. And I know that's like kind of a rarity, but
yeah, no, it is. I'm like my brother. I don't think he can even play keys if he had like a gun. He's not musical at all, so it's really cool that you have that. So I do want to get into the new album, and but I hear someone little in the background. So I just have to say, like, you were playing a cover, and I was watching this video of you, and it looks like you were pregnant, like the and the MT cover. That's so cool. I've done vlogs on this. Like, I think everyone should play in the band until they like can't walk. Like, there's the baby likes the music, right? So yeah. That's wild. Was that hard? Was that scary for you, or were you feeling like empowered?
I was so empowered. I performed during my entire pregnancy, and actually that particular show was less than a month before I had Ronan. And we were joking that I might give birth on stage. That was my last full band performance before I had Ronan. And yeah, I was I was ready. I mean, at the end of pregnancy, you're just kind of ready to get that baby out. But I was feeling good. I loved performing on stage when I was pregnant, and I do think a lot of that, I think he felt a lot of that in the womb, and he really came out of the womb very musical. He's already a drummer, has an amazing rhythm, and he loves music. So I do think that like performing all the time and him feeling the energy of the stage when he was in my womb had a lot to do with that.
Because they say that like when you have cravings, like your baby likes those foods, but I think like your babies definitely are more musical. Like mine came out also like playing keys. I mean, now they like classical instruments, and I'm still like rock and roll, but I do think it gives your good vibes, good appreciation to your little one developing. So that's so rad. Like, I'm just thinking about this, like, when my kids were like I had two under two, but when my children were little, I don't think I could have made an album. Like, we're still having trouble making an album because my band, our lead guitarist, has two kids that are like 2 and 6 months. How did it come together? What?
2 under 2. That's an undertaking. So I don't know. Like, that would have been.
No, but like, how did this come together? Like, because you've been together, and then you were pregnant, and then you had your baby, but you were together for 3 years, and everything probably went, I'm gonna guess, a little faster. But your latest album still came. You still birthed it. What was that process like?
Runaway dream, yeah. So something I always say, and I think this is just to all the mamas out there, especially Rockmommies, I think it's very important to continue your craft because it gives you life, and happy mama, happy baby always. So as soon as I was performing 5 weeks after I had Ronan, and I was like, wow. I couldn't stay away. I couldn't stay away. Yeah, I had a cesarean, and I was like, I asked her, that was like my first question when the doctors were talking to me. I'm like, can I perform in a few weeks? I have a show booked. But I think it's really important to Yeah, it was a very, it just, that's my energy. Like I'm just fiery and I need that in life. And
Yeah.
I brought him into that. So it was kind of a non-negotiable for me to continue with music. And I was always going to we have an amazing support system too that supports our music. We have amazing family. And that helps take care of Ronan. And he's been at so many shows. And throughout the recording process, we went to Nashville to Welcome to 1979 studio and Power
Nice.
Season. Yeah, it was. Oh my
That's
God,
so
it was.
cool. I love Nashville. It's like my favorite. I would live there if I could part time.
Yeah, it's a special
Yeah.
place. We spent most of the time in the studio there, but we did get out a little bit, and I was like, I was very inspired. But yeah, so it was a beautiful. We recorded for 18 months. The album took 18 months of writing, recording, sessions. So Nashville, Waterford, and our producer Tom Pisani's studio in Old Seabrook. So yeah, and it really was it was a lot of work, but work that I was willing to do. So me and I'm stay at home with Ronan. I work from home, and at night I would go and do long stretches at the studio if it was in Connecticut. And when we traveled, we got Ronan to stay with family, and it's just been it's been a journey.
For sure. You've had some like you guys have been on fire the last year. So many gigs. And I think was it Collective Soul you played with at Toads?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was
talk about that.
unreal. Playing that stage was so incredible. Where so many legends have played, and Collective Soul that night. Yeah, we were reached out to for a local opener, and I was blown away. And I was like, we obviously accepted immediately. Yeah, it was the biggest gig that we've had
Were
so
you really
far.
into their music, or did you happen to like know their catalog at all? Or obviously you guys are friends now, but
Yeah, sorry to hear the first part of that question.
no, did you know their catalog pretty well, or was it familiar to you? Or
Yeah, yeah, of course. Like, of course it was. Yeah, I mean, there's so many iconic songs that they've written that some people even, even people that are like, oh, who's Collective Soul? And then they hear the songs, they're like, yeah,
yeah, that one.
yeah, that one. Yeah, it was just, it happened. Like, we're from New Haven, so it was a perfect spot. It was a perfect opportunity for us to play. Yeah, and it was great because Matt had just joined the band too, so we were able to have the keys, which brings a lot of our songs off of Runaway Dream to life, like the way
Yeah,
they're
gives
supposed
that
to be heard.
dimension for sure. Yeah, I love the keys and that was that's so cool that you got to have that experience. I also loved your tiny desk entry with
Thank
all the
you.
players.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you guys have some fun stuff going on. Do you have a dream slot like that who would you love to open for like 2026?
Oh, yeah. So if we're talking about artists that, like, people that I would absolutely love to perform with, Alanis Morissette is a dream. I mean,
Oh yeah.
a lot of her emotion, and so is I take that into my songs too. But bands like Turnstile are really changing the game when it comes to live performance. They're bringing back a lot of that interactive live performance. So I would love to open up for a band like that, Wolf Alice, you know, Stevie Nicks. Like, we know that's
Yeah,
I love
obviously.
Stevie. Yeah, that's there's so many good artists right now. Yeah, I'm just open to anything. Any band that, like, rocks the stage and interacts with the audience and really feels their music authentically, like, and I where I can feel it, that's who I want to be with on stage.
Oh my God, I totally want you guys to open for Heart. I think they're on tour or they just came here or I don't know, or they're about to come here. Yeah, I
They
would love
played
to see them.
recently. They played recently at I think the
Oh,
Open,
they already played.
but
Yeah.
they're probably coming back. They're incredible.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite 70s band. So I'm kind of jealous that you're a toddler mom because I know it's a lot of work, but like it's also super fun and they're very huggy. Like my sons are 11 and 13. It's definitely not I'm a little cringe to them, like as they say.
That will change.
So, what?
That will change though. that goes in.
I hope so because like I remember like when my band opened for Tiffany a few years ago and they were like Trash and Violet t-shirts. They're like, "You're so cool, mommy." I'm like, "Oh yay."
Yes.
Now they're like, "You
Oh,
want me to do what? Like you want to go ziplining with me?" Nah.
those are tough. Those are tough ages.
Yeah.
Boys get like that, but they're always gonna root for you in the end. And
I hope so. I mean, I don't get me wrong. If I have band practice and my partner is out of town, I don't need a babysitter. I'm just like, all right, kids, here's your
yeah,
dinner.
love it.
They make it themselves. They feed the dog. They're self-sustaining. But yeah, I gotta say I'm a little, there's elements of toddler parenting that I absolutely miss. So
Yeah, it's a journey. You said you have both two
two
boys,
boys.
right?
Yep, we're a year and a half apart.
Being a boy mom.
First one was planned. Second was like a surprise. They're like, the doctors are like, "You're infertile." Then they're like, "I guess we're kidding."
Okay, just kidding.
They're like, "No."
Oh my God, I love those stories. Oh, I have friends
Yeah.
that happen. It's like, but it's meant to be.
No, it's a huge blessing, but yeah, it was literally like, I just did this.
Yes. Oh, right. I like when you said two under two. That's what I was gonna say. Like being a boy mom, I for some reason had the perception that boys were easier and more gentle than girls. I was thrown for a loop. Yeah, all he loves, he loves the trucks and the cars and crashing, and he's wild. He's a wild spirit, drumming all the time. But I do love being a boy mom, and it's fun. It really is.
Are you gonna take him? I saw you played Porch Fest. Actually, I think I play every year at Bridgeport. Did you take him to the one that you started in New Haven?
Yes, East Rock Porch Fest. He did
Yeah.
come to that. He wore an LCD sound system shirt because I think they played. Yeah, that Thursday I went to the show at College Street and I bought him a little shirt. So yeah, he was adorned in that while he was walking around. But yeah, he had a blast. Like just it was packed. There was over 3,000 people there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You started that. Like, so that's what, like, how does one start a Porch Fest? And how come nobody started one before in that area?
It's wild because New Haven has such a music scene that it's so diverse and just eclectic and beautiful. Me and Vin, my brother, we were just talking over a beer one night, and we're like, we gotta start. Like we had played Milford, we played Black Rock. We're like, we have to start a Porch Fest in New Haven. Like there needs to be a Porch Fest.
Yeah.
And the response was overwhelming. Like as soon as we put it out there, we honestly like we're just riding by the seat of our pants and learned as we went. Took a lot of inspiration from Black Rock and Milford and talked to the organizers of those and worked with a lot of different people. Matt Smith.
Yeah, one of our
I know
best
you
friends.
exactly.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I know you know him very well.
He loves you guys. He discovered you guys at Hot July. Yeah.
I know. It was so that was so kismet that happened. We ran into each other and he was so helpful and like he created the interactive map and he's helping oh Lord. And he's helping a lot with this upcoming year too. So yeah, it was incredible. Like every band had an audience, and the community really came together and it was just like it was the best day. Honestly, I can't wait to this year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, any other highlights you want to talk about this year?
We're going to be announcing our schedule soon. We have some stuff in the works. We haven't announced 2026 dates yet for Modern Refuge, but we're working. We're going to be announcing that soon. And Porch Fest will be September 12th, and there's also announcements coming out about that soon. We're starting the band submissions early and vendors and all the. Sorry, that's Ronan.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, all the good stuff. So yeah, we have a lot coming. We're working on another album, and we're actually all going to California, or three of us are going to California in this month. Come here, Ronan. We're going to California this month for NAMM Fest. So
Nice. I've always wanted to go to NAMM. That's so exciting.
Me too.
Really
Me too.
cool.
Yeah, and I'm performing with our producer Tom. He has another band, and I'm performing a couple songs with them on one of the stages. So I'm really excited.
That is huge. That is big. Okay, final question. If you could jam with any musician, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh God, I mean, I think me and Robert Plant would do great on stage. I named some of them before. Obviously, Alanis. Alanis Morissette, Stevie Nicks, Nina Simone, Aretha Franklin. I grew up with Aretha Franklin blasting in my house all the time, and she definitely comes through in my voice when I'm dipping into the soul a little bit. So, yeah. So those are. It's hard to pick one for me.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Sam. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed this.